Hi, I'm Zoe with Cyclery. Sometimes finding the right inner tube for your bike can be a challenge, but armed with the right knowledge, you'll be sure to find the right one. Today, I'll go over how to get the right valve, inner tube size, and inner tube material for your bike. Let's start with valves. There are two main types of valves, Schrader and Presta. Wheels that use Schrader valves use the same length valve 99% of the time. That length is 32 millimeters. It's so common that most Schrader valve tube packaging doesn't call out this dimension. Presta valves, on the other hand, come in a wide variety of lengths. Common lengths are 32, 48, 60, and 80 millimeters. Just measure the valve of your old inner tube to find the right one for your bike. If for whatever reason you can't find the length you already have, you can use a Presta valve tube with a longer stem than you had before. Let's talk about finding the right size tube. You should check the tire size printed on the side of the tire you're buying the tube for. The first number refers to the wheel diameter, while the second number refers to the width. If there is an X between the first number and second number, that is just an abbreviation for by. You'll need your tube size to match the letter as well. Because inner tubes can stretch, they are rated for a range of tire widths. For example, a common road tire size like 700 by 23C can use an inner tube labeled 700 by 20 to 25C or 700 by 20 25C. If you have a mountain bike with a 29 by 2.1 tire, you can use a tube that is labeled 29 by 1.9 to 2.3 or 29 by 1.9 2.3. As long as your tire's diameter matches the inner tube's diameter and the width falls into the inner tube's range, you have the right fit. Now we can talk about materials. Most inner tubes are made from butyl rubber and have wall thickness of about 1.25 millimeters. There are ultralight options that are about half as thick for riders that want to reduce their wheel's rotational weight. Ultralight tubes give up a tiny bit of durability compared to a standard thickness tube. But the truth is, if a sharp object is going to puncture a 0.75 millimeter thick tube, it's probably going to puncture a 1.25 millimeter tube as well. The only way to gain puncture protection from an inner tube structure is to go with an extra thick thorn-resistant tube. This type of inner tube is roughly 5 millimeters thick under the tread and 2 to 3 millimeters thick on the side that presses against the rim. The added thickness makes punctures far less likely, but all that extra butyl rubber weighs a ton. Standard thickness tubes filled with sealant is another way that riders can avoid flat tires. However, it's good to keep in mind that sealant is designed to fix punctures rather than prevent them, like a thorn-resistant tube would. Now that you know what tube you need, be sure to buy a spare or two so that the next time you get a flat, you'll be able to fix it. Find the inner tubes you need at artcyclery.com.